Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. I was just playing a few notes here, first few notes of the day actually, believe it or not. There is something super fun, and I don't feel like I have to tell anyone that plays guitar this, but there's just something so therapeutic about having a long day at work and being able to play a little guitar to unwind. So just been thinking a lot this week about just some smaller gear things. As I'm gigging and playing some different things here and there, been really enjoying that Tone King Imperial. If you haven't checked my video out about that, I posted one at the end of last week that's really cool. Just really enjoying that pedal. It is just an overall platform. So today I'm playing into my Peterson tuner, into the Brown Protein, which is an on, and then just straight into the front end of that Tone King Imperial. Playing my trusty Telecaster here and looking at just some other things of my gear, like we all are, and kind of just looking for some things to tweak. So the pick is a big part of your sound, believe it or not, and I have been really obsessed with different pick styles and pick shapes and pick materials for a long time. So I spent a lot of time playing acoustic music, being classical guitar, as well as a lot of singer-songwriter stuff. Did that for a little while, and tried to dabble a little bit in bluegrass, albeit very terribly. And I really got into kind of these more, I guess, boutique picks. So this is one that I've just really landed on lately, and I'm just trying to not make it work, but trying to just get used to not having a super sharp point on a pick. So this is my favorite pick maker. I'm getting the right video here. This is a Red Bear pick. So Red Bear Trading Company. I don't know, I know that logo's kind of worn off, and I think this one is too. I don't know if you can see that one, but Red Bear, you can kind of make it out there a little bit, I guess. Cool. So this is a Red Bear Trading Co. pick. Red Bear makes their picks out of Cason, I believe, or Galalith, which I'm kind of understanding they may not be the exact same, but they're relatively similar. Guthrie Govan is really famous for playing these picks, as is, what is it, Jimmy Herring, I think, plays these? Forgive me. But plays these picks pretty well, and they sound great. They are a little more brittle than some of the other more boutique picks, I guess. They're not great if you get them wet. I guess they're like little gremlins. You're not supposed to feed them after midnight or water them at all. But I just like how they sound. So that sounds really, I don't know, just full and fat and warm. I have several of their picks, as you can tell here. I've just collected these over the years. So this is one of theirs, is their Big Jazzer style. So kind of a cool thing. I have even one of their Gypsy Jazz style picks, which is really fun. Sound to it, I guess. I've also played a lot with tons of other companies, and what I'm kind of down to now is mostly these Red Bears. I have a couple of Blue Chips as well, so I have this one. It's a little brighter sounding. The point makes it be a little bit more, I guess, direct, maybe is a better word for that. I've got Andy's signature pick here, so that's kind of a cool one. It's got a few teeth marks in it, I guess, from a puppy here or there. Anyway, so I'm less interested in the price of a pick now. I'm more so interested in shape. Pick shape is kind of getting big to me. So this is a Michael Wegen pick. So kind of a cool shape too. I don't know. So anyway, I just was thinking about this and figured I'd post a little video about it, just kind of demonstrating some different pick shapes, pick styles. I'm just kind of going through things here, but just a little quick tip: if you haven't tried a pick, maybe you can try even like your standard picks. This is like just a standard Tortex. Picked this up from my teacher that he played with the shoulder, which isn't super uncommon. I know Steve Ray Vaughan's pretty famous for that. As are the awesome YouTube and all things musical sensations of Guthrie Trapp and good old Uncle Larry, phenomenal session musicians and players in their own right. Tone enthusiasts, they also seem to play with the kind of rounded shoulder of their pick, which is just something that, I don't know, I think it's an interesting thought process to play with. I don't know, I guess just as a kid, I just didn't even think about it. I thought to play only with the point. That seemed to be what you're supposed to do with the pick, and I just kind of made that happen. So there may be something wrong with me. There may, mentally, and wouldn't disagree with you there, but I could sit for hours and play with different picks and just hear different shades of tones. And what I've kind of come to realize through it, there are certain ones that sound maybe more pleasing to my ear, certain ones that sound a little more, I don't know, fitting for the kind of music that I'm trying to play. But there's a reason that I carry a whole little baggie full of picks around with me inside my guitar cases, because sometimes I'm just looking for a different sound, and rather than change a pedal, rather than change, a huge overhaul and everything, sometimes a pick can just make so much of a difference. So it just sounds so much more classic sounding, I guess, that Tortex. I don't know, it's a very, 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 very small thing, right? Just changing the pick material, and just, over years you kind of build up a little collection, a little stash here and there. I've got several little pick boxes laying around here in different places that I can pull from. But I have settled ultimately, I really like these bigger triangle shapes. I like these shapes that are a little bigger, just give me something, I don't know, just kind of fits in my fingers a little bit better. And I came from playing the Jazz 3 or the Jazz 3 XLs quite a bit. You'll notice a lot of my picks have these little holes drilled into them that I've either done myself if they didn't come with it, or buy picks with them. That helps me just keep a grip on it when I'm sweating really bad on stage. But I just really like the sound of them. They sound very, very different to me. Each one does. So I'm always looking for something. I guess what I'm trying to say is that these different picks, I love the sound of all of them in some way, shape, or form, and in some setting, they work better than others, right? But ultimately, what it comes down to is the feel. So I really like these kind of bigger triangle-shaped picks, and I really like my picks to have the grip holes in them. It's just been years and years of trying to different things, trying out different styles, different ideas. What led me to here was, this is a Michael Wegen, I think it's Wegen, but makes these picks. I think this is about a 1.5 millimeter. And I liked this shape, this kind of rounded corner, simulated kind of the edge of that Tortex thing I was talking about earlier. I'm just trying to play relatively around the same lick, just so you can hear what it sounds like. But and so while you may not hear Adam, sounds mostly the same, right? It doesn't sound too different. It feels different, and to me that makes it almost sound a little different in my head, which kind of comes where the neuroses comes from, right? So I really liked this pick. Led me to these Golden Gate City picks, which are cool as well. I had a few of these that I had kind of drilled holes in, and I really liked how they sounded. Led me to these D'Addario Acrolux 1.5. I just liked that pick, how it felt. It got a little slippery though, so I need to drill holes in that one too. But I eventually just committed. I'd been playing Red Bear picks since I was, I think I've been playing Red Bear picks since I was probably 14 or 15. So we're going on almost 20 years of a Red Bear, kind of relationship that I have. So I eventually just took the plunge, and I'd always bought their big jazzer, little jazzer, the big picker, whatever it is. And I really like the extra heavy style. I think they kind of quote that about 1.8, 1.9 millimeter, a little less than 2 millimeter. But I ended up with this one. This is their Style E, and I just love this pick. You can just hear how full that sounds just when I play that pick as compared to the Golden Gate one. I know, it's just kind of like turning on just kind of turning on a little bit of brightness, a little bit of fullness in it, so. And it just worked. I don't know, it just worked for me, so. Sorry, still getting warmed up. So anyway, mistakes are free, right? So I just wanted to show these. I really think that Red Bear picks, they do a great job with hand finishing their picks. They bevel them. They've got little, I don't know, speed bevels or whatever they want to call it on there, but it feels good. It stays in your hand really, really well. And I think ultimately it sounds good, which is, is important too, obviously. But I think for me, what I've realized on electric guitar, how a pick feels and how it glides across the string is just as important as the sound too, because, we spend a lot of money on our guitars, our strings, our amps, pedals, all that stuff. And when you run it through a lot of effects, are you really hearing a ton of tone difference? I don't know. I play a lot of clean stuff, so for me, I feel like I can hear that and pick that up a little bit. But the feel is what changes it for me, and just the way that I don't have to, I don't hear as much pick noise when I play with a more rounded tip. So just throwing that out there as food for thought. Take it or leave it, but just wanted to talk about that as it was fresh in my brain. So anyway, got some triad stuff coming at you here soon, so be sure to check that video out later this week. Hope you guys are doing well, and let me know what picks are you guys using. What are you using out? What are you checking out? Trying anything new? Do you ever mix it up? I don't know. Give me a shout. Hope you guys are having a good day. Bye.